Live? We are live. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so I guess we should start talking about the ERD, taking up where we left off yesterday, right?
Yes. I think so.
So it's a bit busy, but I think it all so far fits into one page. We're going to outgrow that pretty soon. So what we did today is we addressed the problem that we saw yesterday with regards to polymorphic sharing of addresses between, in particular, jobs, agency people, and company people, in which case we want to use addresses for jobs that are also associated with the company through polymorphic sharing, and similarly for agency people who want to be associated with an address that's also associated with an agency in companies as well. So what we did is what we talked about yesterday, which is we added a foreign key to each such table. So agency people now has an address ID, which is a foreign key into the address table. And we added to the model the belongs to address association. Similar with company people, we did the same. Changed the association to belong to address. That used to be belong to location, right? Through the polymorphic sharing of the address table. And also, excuse me, the jobs table as well. We added address ID. So we still have this address table, which is still shared with agencies and companies, or the addresses are managed for agencies and companies using polymorphic sharing.
Okay.
And then the other three tables, jobs, agency people, and company people, we are actually using the association to the address table through the belongs to mechanism. So one of the questions we have, excuse me, and maybe you have, or Vijay, you guys have more knowledge about this, was, let's see, I think it is, yeah, the last note here, can we use this address table and have other entities associated with that through both polymorphic association as well as belongs to association? I don't see any reason why not, but I just wanted to ask if you guys have any experience in that, and what are your thoughts about that?
I don't follow 100% the question there.
Well,
what you're saying is if we can have a table that can have an address, that can belong to an address, is that it?
well, so there's two types of ways that address is being associated with. Let's look at agencies. Agency has many addresses as location. Location is the identifier for the polymorphic association. So the address itself says, okay, I'm going to belong to this thing called location, and location will vary based upon the other entity I'm associating with, and I'll maintain an ID for that entity. And I'll do that with anybody else who wants to associate with me, hence polymorphic. So there's that. The other approach, of course, is that for jobs, let's say, job has a foreign key into the address table, and so we've added this association, belongs to address. So this connection will be from foreign key into the ID of address. That's how we'll find addresses with the belongs to, the typical Rails. So we're finding addresses for agencies by relying upon the address table itself having the ID of the agency in the location ID field. So that's one way we're binding addresses to agencies. The other way we're binding address to job is through a typical belongs to foreign key mechanism. So there's two different ways that associated entities find their addresses, or find their address, if you will. So I don't know of any reason why we can't do both types of association, but just wanted to throw that out there and see if anybody's got any experience or thoughts about that.
I don't see why not. Why this scenario is not possible. Did you guys try to do some like basic Ruby there to see what happens?
No, I didn't get around to that, but that would be the next step.
Yeah, I think there should be no problem.
Okay, I mean, my gut feel is there should be no fundamental problem either. And there's no magic going on there, right? It's Rails. We're exploiting highly visible mechanisms that Rails uses, and we're not conflicting amongst the mechanisms. We just have two different ways to find addresses. So, okay, well, we'll go with that now. If I get a chance tomorrow, I'll play with it a little bit, spin something up, and see if I can prove or disprove the theory. Okay, the other thing we did of note was we added job specialties. So job specialty is now something that an agency person can have. Now, okay, this is wrong. That should say agency people ID, not job developer ID. So I had in my mind what you had done, which is so in this case, job developer ID, just think of that as being agency person ID. So it's a link up here. This is the join table.
Do we need a join table?
Well, that's the question.
Can't we do that with a has many?
We could have a has many between agency people and job categories directly. You had that table in your schema. I was wondering if you were thinking we might add additional fields in this join table.
I did not use active record associations.
Okay.
So basically that will happen. That table will exist, yeah. But it's controlled by the active record, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're not going to create it ourselves, the model.
Oh, this is definitely a join table. There's no ID here. So, and I'm using the through. The join table is being accessed through the has many through association.
Yeah.
The reason I did that is that I was modeling what you had done in your design, but also the idea is that, and you may not think this is the case, we may want to add additional fields to job specialists.
Yes,
I can't think of a reason why not, but go ahead.
I don't see any reason for adding any fields there, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't overweight anything, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I have we might add something. If we're going to add any fields to anything, this might be a candidate. So okay, so let's leave it as is. It'll be it's a join table. It's not a model. There's no ID here.
Yeah.
I got to fix that job developer ID reference. It's agency person ID, and then we'll go with that. So then, of course, we connect now job specialties, which a job developer can fulfill jobs for specific specialties, like programming jobs or whatever. And each specialty has job categories, one or more job categories that's associated with it. So like a programming category, and then the job category itself has specific skills associated with it, connected through this join table, join job category skills. So that reflects what you had in your design UI, and also we connected jobs to the required skills through the job skills table. So we can, for instance, this brings up a question. So this is all clean and kind of consistent with what you had before. But one of the things we were wondering about when we built this was, do we need to go? Do we have a use case to ever have to go from, in this case, address, to jobs at that address? So going back to address, an address is connected to a job. It's a one-to-one relationship. I don't show that here because it's a bit of a mess. We can get to the address of a job because we have the belongs to model definition here. Do we ever want to do the reverse? Do we ever need to do the reverse? So starting with an address, do I have to walk back to find all the jobs that are associated with that address for a particular company. We don't have that modeled here. If we need it, we can add it, but that was just something that we thought about. That's kind of a corner case as far as I'm concerned, but something we can think about later. So one of the reason why I brought that up, when we were talking this through, we decided that, well, gee, I may want to start with skills, because if I'm trying to match a job seeker to jobs, the job seeker has specific skills. So I want to get to jobs that match the job seeker. A starting point might be I start with the job seeker skills. I access the job skills that define what skills are required for what job at what level of proficiency, skill level. And I match skills, job seeker skills first, then I filter by job seeker skill level, etc., the other criterion job skills, and then I get to jobs. So this direction of going from entity to entity makes sense, I think, based upon what we want to get done. So that's why when you look at some of these model statements, there's a lot to them, but behind them there's kind of the sense of there's a use case probably for most of these associations we have here. However, so that's basically what we did. Salam, anything else we did of note today in the ERD that you can remember? I think you said, was that no?
Okay. Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, can you say that again? I didn't hear clearly.
Yeah. Well, I was just asking, from your recollection, is that pretty much what we did on the ERD today of significance?
Yes, that's all I remember.
Okay, all right. So I'd appreciate it if everybody can take a little time to go through this model, examine the relationships, examine the model statements as well, see if they make sense, because we really haven't done a thorough review. We kind of just got through with this afternoon. And there's always something to discover or some error to be fixed with this kind of stuff. So just going through the notes of where we are. So we talked about resume table. We're going to defer that until we understand what that means. We talked about the relations with the addresses table, the jobs, agency, and company people. We fixed that. We know that we have to model actions, like a job submission occurs by the job developer or a job seeker. Who did the submission to what job at what company? What time was that submission? Did that submission occur? We talked about deferring that for right now, because I think we have a week or two.
That's the history, right, that you're talking about.
And yeah, so it's both the action that occurred and the history, right? So now we got a job submission. Now we have to start tracking employer response to that type of thing. So it's actions and history. Also, we need to kick off timers, right, when an action happens. We also talked about before modeling the alerts, that the triggers, the timers trigger alerts, and how that works in the database, the model, we're not sure of yet, but we can defer that for now. I think
that needs to be deferred. That is going to be related with the action itself, the actions that we have there, and we're missing all the alarm part, the alarm configuration, so we need to defer everything for now.
Yep. I mean, you know, I think Salim and I were talking about this. It's probably best to stop at this point because we've got a fairly complex as it is. Let's see if this stuff works and increase our understanding of other things the system has to do, and then extend it as we go along. So I think we're in pretty good shape, but again, I'd ask everybody to take a look at this and you have a little time to reflect. So at this point, Yo and team, I think we're at the point where we can start, maybe as we talked yesterday, look at things in Waffle and start peeling them off for actually starting to build some code.
Yes. I need to review this homework, and also I will try to review this today. All the ERD, try to see if
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. But I'll try to get to look into that today. But I can't promise anything. If I can do it today, I'll try during the morning today while I'm at work.
Are we planning to have our pair programming tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll not be able to attend, but you guys can do it.
Okay.
And I'm okay with it if you guys want to start preparing the spring. I'm not a required person here, so if you guys want to start having a look into it and start dividing things into places, I'm perfectly okay with it.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll try to look into this today, and tomorrow I'll tell you something during the morning. If I did not tell you anything during the morning, just ping me, because some things have come up and I try to review it as soon as possible. Salim, you had a question back there in Scrum.
Oh, okay. It's if you don't have time, you don't have to. It's just a general question.
Yeah, if I can answer it quickly.
Yes. What do you think about the coffee script? I mean, I saw you using it as a. Do you advise someone to use coffee script?
Nope, I never used CoffeeScript before.
Okay.
It was my first approach to CoffeeScript that I was looking at. Personally, on one hand, it makes the code more readable. In the other hand, I don't like to have another language over jQuery or JavaScript. JavaScript is already bad enough. So we can start adding things over it. So I developed it in CoffeeScript because the CoffeeScript files were there, and there were things that were easier to do, like you don't need to do on the ready event of jQuery or something. You just needed to put something there and it would be easier. But one thing I think we should, if we go with CoffeeScript, we should go with CoffeeScript, and if we go with JavaScript, we'll go with JavaScript.
Oh, okay.
And CoffeeScript? No CoffeeScript. No. I was thinking because I had some issues, but it was with CSS and ERB files. So, but currently I don't have any special attachment to the CoffeeScript as well. I just used it because it was there.
No, okay.
So if I could give my opinion, I think to use CoffeeScript well, you have to actually know JavaScript.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know JavaScript, so I would just as soon stick with JavaScript rather than pile on something else to learn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because it's JavaScript, and then it has a specific way to put the functions and everything. That is different from JavaScript.
Function.
So I don't know. We can just move everything to JavaScript. And we will have to redo about some things, because if we change models around, if we change screens around, we're going to, and it's very Ajax.
jQuery.
There's a lot of Ajax around to get models and everything. If we do not think this is a good approach, we'll just skip a lot of JavaScript. So. Okay, you guys have any more questions for me to answer?
I will work on alert related things, all employees and users and everything. I'll do that one, alerts. I just started a little bit, but I didn't finish it. I'm working on that. If once this ERD is finalized, then I will add my work, alert related.
Okay.
I didn't catch that, Vijaya. What was that?
Alerts for the ERD, not even in the ERD, That you has that one. He did it alerts and if
Okay.
you submit this job, will get the alert. Okay, you submit that one, and you are not connecting into that system. It will generate the alert, something like.
Okay. Well, we can connect up tomorrow and talk about that then. I think
Okay.
the other thing relating to technology selection we might as well talk about now is Haml. I think you started using Haml. Yep.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like, but I don't know what you guys think about that. Want to continue to use it or not?
I don't like her.
You don't like Haml?
Her. The ERB thing.
Oh,
Oh, Herb. Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I started using Haml. I know that ERB is the default thing, but I like more the syntax of Haml.
I can go either way. But
okay. I prefer Hamels. I guess I think it's yeah.
I like that Pythonic way of putting things. I think it's more readable. That's just why I prefer Haml.
Yeah. It's less code compared to ERB and clean.
okay. Vijay, what do you think? You like Haml?
Haml, I did it when I did the class. I had to review one more time. I didn't use for the last 2 years or 1 year. If everybody is okay, I will catch up that one.
No, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
So any more questions? Nope. So I'm sorry guys, but I will have to leave now. I'll be tomorrow for the Scrum as usual, but I will not be able to pair. I'll try today to review the documents and then try to get my input on. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you guys. See you later.
Okay. Salim and Vijay, do you guys want to talk about tomorrow? Do you want to have the pairing session at the same time, right after the Scrum, or do you want to do it earlier in the day? What's convenient for you guys?
If tomorrow is after the Scrum, I need at least, I will join after 5 minutes. I have to go out 5 minutes and come back. I have to go to school every day. Monday and Friday I have commitment to go to school and pick.
Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering if...
Yeah, I need only 5 minutes. If 2:25 to 2:30 in between I have to go to school.
Well, I'm wondering if we want to do it early in the day since it's Friday. And we
Okay.
get off Friday night earlier.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I will check the Slack channel. If you send me the text there, I will connect based on that. What time you are connected.
Well, what time is good for you tomorrow? What times are good for you? Or what times are bad, I guess I should ask. That'd be better.
Yeah, morning is better, 11 o'clock or in my time is 11 means your time is 9 o'clock, I think. 8 or what?
No, it's
3 hours difference.
11 o'clock for you would be about 2 o'clock for me, which is fine.
Oh, you are in back. Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a commitment from noon to 2 my time.
Okay.
So about 3 o'clock or noon your time, would that be good?
3 o'clock?
Well, noon your time.
3 is okay.
No, 3 o'clock my time, but noon your time.
Yeah, noon is okay.
Lunchtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come.
How about you, Salim?
Afternoon, 12 p.m.
Noon, yeah, lunchtime.
Okay, that will work. Yeah, but so that will cover the pair programming part. We'll only have the Scrum and then.
Yeah, after that is Scrum.
Well, the Scrum will be the normal time.
And then.
When you can join us?
Yes.
So we'll just do like an hour or whatever, maybe not even that, but I think what we can start doing now is looking at the waffle items and maybe start making assignments based upon the stable portion of the database design.
Okay.
Start thinking that through. And we also have some existing code, some existing Ruby code that's going to have to be converted to the new database design. So maybe we can start thinking about those tasks as well.
Sure.
Because I'm sure if we put the new schema in and we run some tests, everything's going to be red. So that'll be a good starting point. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll send something out to start at noon California time, 12 o'clock,
Okay.
3 p.m., 3 in the afternoon my time,
Okay.
and we'll just see where we're at that point.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both.
All right. Thanks.
Talk later. Yep. Bye now.